Welcome back to the Sunday Pulse, where we debate about lots of stuff. And we have points, but they're kind of arbitrary and irrelevant, like Paris Hilton. Guys, we have had lots of discussion with taking a stand. We had hard questions, hard-hitting truths. Because whatever did happen to Paris Hilton, man? She was like the darling celebrity, but now no one really cares.
She made a sex tape, man.
Yeah, like a dozen years ago, man. I was like in middle school when that came out.
I had it on I had it on my PSP.
We all had it. We all had it somewhere.
She had it in a lot of places, that's for sure. Guys, it's time for the infamous Boos and Woos. Normally, this segment would be me offending everybody in esports with backhanded compliments as well as flat-out insults. But this time, I'm going to be handing it off to Ben and Kev. We're going to be talking about fun topics.
Pause the show. 20,000 points for Frodan. Can anybody do that?
Thank you, Ben. I actually wish I was part of the show then, because I'd be in the lead. Guys, we're gonna be tossing on a topic. You guys give it a boo, a thumbs down, or a woo, a thumbs up. Hashtag no filter continues on this edition of the Boos and Woos. Our first topic will be hot skins. Now, a lot of players are kind of divided on this because it's been asked for a long time, but Blizzard has finally implemented new skins and animations to the pleasure and dismay of players. Zergs can choose alternative skins for Zerglings, Overlords, and Collector's Edition Ultralists. Terrans have Marines, Supply Depots, and Collection Edition Thors, and well, Protoss has 2 units, the Zealots and the Pylons, but I'm sure Collector's Edition will come out within the next decade or 3. Guys, what is your opinion? Lots of people have been complaining about it, but giving positive feedback. Hot skins, boo or woo? Starting with you, Ben.
Big woo for me, man. I love the Heart of the Swarm skins. I hope we see more. I am dying for a Zerg beach skin. I keep talking about this, but just close your eyes for a second and imagine. Instead of Overlords, you get sunshine. Instead of Creep, you get sand. Ooh. Instead of Ultralisks, you get giant lobsters. I would pay 20 extra bucks for that in a heartbeat. I love the skins. I do not think that there should be an option to turn them off. It's not a big deal. We have skins in other games, and players embrace them and learn to play with them and learn to love them. I celebrate this. I want more of it, and I want beach ball banelings, damn it.
And invested Terrans, right?
Blizzard, get on that.
That's real. I love that creativity. Ben, plus 3,000 points.
Wow.
For new innovative skins and doing Blizzard's job for them. Kev, do you have any suggestions? What hot skins, boo or woo, Kev?
A big woo for me as well, but I completely disagree with what Ben said. Saying that there shouldn't be an option to turn it off because it's not a big deal. It is a big deal because we shouldn't forget, yes, we know StarCraft very well, but there's always, every single tournament out there, there are going to be new viewers. And instead of having to learn like 10, 12 units per race, there are suddenly like, for them, 58 units to learn. They're going to have absolutely no idea what they're watching. And just in general, I know a lot of pros find it annoying. I am really happy with the skins. I think it's awesome. I really wish we're going to see more, that the community can get involved. We can get customized skins. All big thumbs up, but there has to be an option to turn it off because for so many reasons, pro dislike it, but that's not everything. The main reason is there will always be new viewers, and it will just get more and more confusing if there are 1,000 different units on the screen.
If you could implement one skin, you have 10 seconds, Kev. If you can implement one skin for either any race, what would it be?
I would like to see Kai'Je as a Zergling.
Oh, but then you'd be killing your Kai'Je all the time.
I would switch to Zerg. Kai'Je is my dog, by the way, guys. I haven't.
Kevin, let's be honest. Zerglings are not fat enough to be represented by Kai'Je. Maybe Kai'Je could be like...
Kai'Je could be an Ultra.
A Brutalisk. A Leviathan.
For those of you who don't know, Kevin's dog is this
really fat,
really chubby Akita dog.
He's
really adorable as well. Kevin will probably show you sometime on his stream. Guys, let's talk also about some of the maps that we've been seeing. Kespa has shown some really cool, interesting maps for round number 4 as a test. While Blizzard and David Kim may be the front man of balanced feedback, a huge culprit in the metagame revolves around our map pools. What do you guys think about some of these radical changes, like all gold bases on Fighting Spirit, or 2 completely different spawn positions on Face-Off? Boo or woo, Kespa round 4 test maps? Kevin.
Really big woo for me as well. I think it's exciting. It might be a little bit too crazy and over the top, but still big woo. Other than that, I cannot really be too constructive here because I can always look at maps and give my opinion, but it really doesn't mean anything until I start playing on them or at least start watching pro games on them. So right now, I really don't have much more useful things to say than all the other people out there, but I've loved what I heard and I can't wait to watch. So just for my excitement alone, I'm going to give it a woo-hoo.
Come on, man. That's just such a like, oh, I'm just going to wait and see and like I hope it's good.
I think it's going to be good. I'm happy with it, but yeah, my opinion is relevant as Paris Hilton.
Maybe a little more relevant than that, Kev. I'm also going to give a big woo. Sorry to be boring here, guys, but we have to recognize the fact that Kespa single-handedly kept Brood War alive for over a decade because they're always innovating, making exceptional maps. Does anybody remember when Blue Storm came out? Maybe one of the 5 Brood War fans that are watching the show right now. One of the best maps ever made. That was a Kespa creation. And we're seeing that come up here in some of these new maps. Very innovative. Fighting Spirit is probably my new favorite. All gold bases, and you might look at that and be like, what the hell, this is going to make Terran so ridiculous. Is it really going to make Terran so ridiculous? We all have a mineral dump, and if anything, Andre and I were discussing this the other day, it might be a small nerf to Terran because it makes mules less efficient. Remember, mules always return a set amount of minerals. They don't mine more than an SCV. They just bring back a certain amount over a period of time. So maybe that's a small nerf to Terran. I don't know, but I think it's a very exciting prospect experimenting with these new maps, and I am blown away at the possibilities that they create for the future of the metagame.
Sounds really good. You don't have any county points, Kev?
No, I completely agree. I think it's one of those things we're just going to have to see happen, but I'm really excited from what I saw so far.
I know you are excited, Kev. You really emphasized that in your previous argument. Our third thing that we want to talk about is the HOTS campaign. It's been over 2 weeks, guys, and that's according to Clutch, the spoiler rule. Like 2 weeks after it, you're allowed to spoil anything. But we won't tell you what happened exactly. Instead, we're going to talk about the campaign and direction of it. We've had lots of cool storylines developed within the single player, which is very important to lots of StarCraft fans of the lore as well as the game. Lots of opinions have come out, though, both positive and negative. Our final topic, the way Blizzard directed and executed the campaign. Boo or woo? Let's start off with you, Kevin.
I really give it a big woo, man. I have something to admit. Wow, I don't even know what
I'll give it a big woo. I didn't finish it.
No. But I liked it. Oh, you're going to throw me under the bus like that. I came very far, okay, and I lost my save.
Come on, don't sell out your guy. Minus 2,000 points.
Okay. No, I have to admit something. I mean, Warcraft 3 is the game that I played more than any other game in my life, simply for the fact that I was a pro for 5-6 years. I was also an amateur player before that. I played it so much, I've never finished the Warcraft 3 campaign. I am not a campaign guy. I started the campaign, I kind of felt like, this is not really getting to me. When I started playing Wings of Liberty campaign, I went through it immediately. Back then on normal, I have to admit, because I wasn't very good yet in StarCraft. I thought it was cool. When I played Heart of the Swarm campaign and I went to like the second last mission before I lost my save, and I couldn't really be bothered to continue from that point on. I will do it later on in the day that I feel tilted from my latest session. I really had fun playing it, man. Like, I'm not a big story guy, so I can't say if I really agree with the lore or not. That doesn't really do it to me. I just decide, like, hey, are these missions fun? Is the cinematics awesome? Yes and yes. I had a really fun time playing campaign.
That's good, man. And that just shows that you're just a fan and you're enjoying the game, Kev. Plus 10,000 points. Why the hell not? Ben, your chance to tell me, how did you like the HOTS campaign? Because I know you got farther than Kev.
I love the HOTS campaign. And like Kevin, I am not a campaign player. I got through like 4 missions of Wings of Liberty, and I was just like, I'd rather play multiplayer. I've picked up a ton of single-player games on Steam over the years. You guys have seen my game list. It's so long. I don't think I've finished any of them ever. But then I watched Clutch's lore show on Wings, like recapping Wings and even Brood War and StarCraft 1 before it, and looking forward to Heart of the Swarm. I was like, this is kind of interesting. And then I started to play the Heart of the Swarm campaign. And the moment that just wrenched my heart was when Kerrigan goes to save Jim, and she walks in, and Jim sees what she's done. We're done, and he walks out, and I felt that, like, in my stomach. I felt that, and that was from a video game. That's never happened to me before. I thought it was absolutely incredibly awesome, the way that Blizzard's been able to push their storytelling into the game itself and keep me, somebody who doesn't care about single-player games, playing all the way through to the end. Loved it. Absolutely awesome. I wish Legacy of the Void were coming out tomorrow.
Well, that won't happen. So I'm really excited for you guys. Dropping the truth bomb. I'm really excited for the campaign as well.
Guys.
Spoiler alert, that's the only spoiler that
tomorrow.
we'll actually list out. But that scene was really emotional for me as well. I do want to remind people that April 13th, I believe, Clutch will be doing another lore show where he's going to be talking about HOTS campaign as well, how it relates to all the books. He really puts a lot of work into it. If you think we prepare for our shows, Clutch really spends time preparing it. April 13th, definitely tune in for it. Thank you so much, guys. Let's do a point total after we've all said our opinions. Ben at... How did you even get this many? 40,650. I think I pressed too many zeros. Kev is at 37,000, which means Ben would win if we stopped the show where it is. When we come back, we're going to take one more commercial break. An opportunity for Kevin to steal it back because we're going to have some trivia.
No. Double
Don't go
Jeopardy.
anywhere. The Pulse will be right back.